C-SPAN recently spent an afternoon with Senator Mary Landrieu as she assessed the response to the Gulf Coast oil spill. Over the next half hour, we'll take you around the area of Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, where she met with local officials and observed the operations taking place to contain the ongoing oil leak.
Stay back there?
Over there we didn't. In the trailer, you go back. We did.
Are you a boat operator too? Are you working for the Vessels of Opportunity program? Have you been out with them yet? How's it working out? Okay? Or any problems? You've been on a few days? Okay. And what do they pay in your day? So is it different? Oh, it's only about $2,500 or something. Yeah, it's different for a bigger, for different boats. But is it adequate for you? Is that it's adequate for you when you're out there? Are you feeling any negative, feelings from the fumes or the oil or anything? You're putting out boom or you're transporting things? Well, good. Well, we got a lot to do. We got a big job ahead. Thank you all for stepping up to want to do it, okay? Well, we told BP today that they're going to pay people, hopefully, for a whole year in advance, because this is what they make their money in the summer. So they have to show last year, my operation, grossed, $200,000, and so you're going to give me $200,000, and BP is going to have to do it, and they're going to have to do it for their own reputation, because if they don't do this well, they're not going to work anywhere else in the world. No other countries are going to have them if they don't do right by the people of Louisiana.
And like you said, Senator, these people just can't wait for litigation.
Right, and they can't wait for litigation, right, and that's what we have to do. So I'd love you all to think about really focusing on, the claims process, and that's what I'm going to focus on, and streamlining the claims process, and
Timmy,
organizing
they wrote some checks
in a way.
for you people, right? And said they did
one check about 40 days ago, but I will tell you
they're going to do another one. They're going to do an automatic, send out of the second checks. But these checks average, I know because I did a hearing on this, $3,100 is the average. They range from $1,000 to $10,000 because they wanted to get money out quickly to people, and they're overpaying some people and underpaying others. But this month, June, they have to focus on the big claims like Hornback, Hornback, Schwest, the big hotels, the charter boat captains. These are companies that make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars that are still waiting for either reimbursements for boats they have in the water they haven't gotten reimbursed, or for, big claims. And then you've got this, closure issue. We've got, 7,000 miles of tidal land, 7,000 tidal miles.
Is it 7,000?
It's 7,000. And we approved today, the federal government approved how many miles, T?
30.
30. Yeah. So this is the scale of this. So it's now we don't need to barricade all 7,000. But if we're talking about sand protection in certain places, it's going to be more than 30 miles, and 30 miles, according to the Corps, costs $13 million a mile. So we just got to figure out that maybe we can do it for cheaper, maybe we can do it for $10 million a mile, maybe we can do it for $5 million a mile, and decide if we want to have, out of the 7,000 miles we have to protect, we only maybe need to protect the critical 1,000. Yeah. But that's the scale of it. That's why, and it's not just Grand Isle and Lafitte, Timmy. It's lots of places along the coast.
Let me tell you, Senator, when you're talking Grand Isle and Lafitte, you can get on a boat that does 50 miles an hour. It's going to take you an hour to get to Grand Isle. And on both sides, you're going to see nothing but beautiful marshland. Between Grand Isle and Lafitte, there's more marshland than anywhere else. That's and what people don't realize, they got big clumps of all you know, a mile long coming into the Grand Isle Pass right now. We need to have a sense of urgency.
That's true. We do have a sense of urgency about it, but there are clumps of oil coming into Mobile right now, and there are clumps of oil that might be going. I mean, when you look at the big picture of it, and I'm not saying this isn't urgent, it's extremely urgent, but this is the whole Gulf Coast, and you know, we're like, it's affecting us right now. But I was sitting right next to just to tell you all this, I was sitting right next to Governor Riley, and the president was across, and he was pitching a complete fit to the president, saying, you've sent all the boom from Alabama to Louisiana. All of our boom has now been sent to Louisiana, to you, because they sent it to Lafitte and Grand Isle. They sent all the boom. Said if that oil changes course, so we have, you know, next week some kind of dust up in the Gulf, and the oil starts moving, you know, to Mobile, I just want you to know, and he's telling the president, you've left us defenseless. They have the same kind. I know.
The coast is full of Navy boom, miles and miles and miles of Navy boom, and we got absorbent boom. We don't have enough containment boom.
Well, they're trying to organize that. Look, I'm not defending them. I'm just telling them, Tim, it's a big coast, and we're going to try to do.
Issue, you got the marshlands in Louisiana. You can't clean that up.
Right.
So our point is that
and the Mobile Bay.
Right. You can't. But when you talk about the beach, it's a different story. If it washes ashore in Grand Isle Beach, we can clean the beach. If it washes ashore in Biloxi Beach, they can skim the beach. But the areas where we have, you can't just go in.
Do we know how many miles? Do we know how many miles it will take to block all the marshes in Louisiana? Do we have an estimate of that?
I can only tell you in Jefferson. I mean,
what is it in Jefferson?
21.
21 miles.
Right.
21 miles, but
Of coastline.
But
That's if we stopped it at the coastline.
But if you address the passes, then it probably
and
not even that's only 3,000 feet.
And we should focus on that and get that done.
The other problem we're seeing, one of the
Yeah.
ways that they've kept some of the fishermen at, I guess, at bay is that they've used their resources recently to put the boom out. And that's worked fine, and that's part of why we don't see an uproar here in Lafitte. What's happening now is that when they talk about cleanup, they're talking about OSRO training. They're not coming in and doing OSRO training yet, and they're talking about laying a lot of these guys off that have been putting the boom out to bring in people from the outside with boats and vessels, and that's going to cause an uproar.
We need to hire our own people to do that.
They called today and said they would hire
25, but we've got over 100.
25 decades, no boat owners, nobody driving their boats. So they're not going to put any boats on, and they're going to put any boat captains on, but they'll take laborers.
You're welcome to come to Denver anytime if you want to do all.
We obviously need more resources. We did have good news. Finally, the federal government has approved the Barrier Island plan, but we need more of everything. We need more barrier islands. We need more boom. We need expedited claims processes, which is what I'm really focusing on. You know, as I said, and I mean it, not one person should lose a boat, a building, or a business from this, from this experience. It was nothing of their fault, and not only is BP responsible, which we know, but we've got to make sure that those checks get in the hands of businesses, whether they're charter boat captains, camp owners, restaurants, seafood operators, ice houses, warehouses, etc. So that's really what I'm focusing on today, and hopefully we'll make some progress.
Senator's going to get with the mayor.
This is it.
Now this is held down with the pipe? Anchors. You got anchors under it.
The pipe is along the bank, and that's where they run the absorbent. With all the hard boom and absorbent boom, this is how it looks. This is how the hard boom looks in the bayous. And the absorbent boom is the stuff on the outside of it. See, that boom needs to be picked up. There's some that's soaking with all.
That's where the white is the absorbent boom.
The white pulls and the white stuff is absorbent.
And the yellow is the hard boom.
Right. Now watch your step.
Is this what sheen looks like?
Tied it off just to hold it in place until the big anchors came in. So far that's working. Yeah, we've been trying.
You're just kind of waiting on this, huh?
Yes.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Larry, where do you live, Larry? Lafitte? Well, Tim, you couldn't have a better mayor fighting for you than Tim, I tell you.
That's true. You're right about that.
He's the best. Are you Lafitte too?
Lafitte.
Are you a captain or are you working on a captain? How many boats do you have?
I have two.
Two? And so you hadn't been able to fish, huh? Your waters have been closed?
We restricted. We restrict charter
But
fish.
you've been, oh, charter fishing.
Yes, ma'am. I
Well,
was
met
a
with-
commercial fisherman for 22 years before this.
Well, I met with some of the charter captains today, and we talked about how really so many of their tours, you know.
Yes, the phone don't ring no more. It's
Yeah,
over.
the phones are over. Y'all going to be out of business at least for this year,
hopefully,
summer, and hopefully pick up. But who knows?
Gotta keep you.
But you got to keep, But you got to keep your fingers crossed. But we're going to try to make sure you all are compensated. I mean, this work helps, but we just want to make sure you're not out any money. Okay?
I'd rather fish every day.
I know. I know. We're going to try to get you back fishing. Okay? Are you a fisherman or a charter boat? Charter boat. How many boats do you have?
We have two.
We're going to try to get you out fishing again as soon as we can. I know that's a lot of fun, and it's a lot more fun than this.
Yeah, you're right.
But thank you.
Brian.
Brian, are you a charter boat fisherman or a shrimper?
Airboats.
Airboats. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to say that I am so proud of the guys that live in Lafitte, that's out here putting that boom up. Hey, it's been a model for the whole state of Louisiana. We actually taken over Lafourche Parish and Plaquemine Parish because y'all doing such a good job, and I knew y'all would. And I can't tell you enough how proud I am of y'all. And I would just say that I don't know if this boom's going to work. We probably got a 50-50 chance, but it blows from the outside. Or a storm season, we get a storm, it may not work. So we are begging, pleading with everybody to try to get some dredging along the passes to try to help y'all guys win this fight. So let me just say, I'm just so proud. It just, when I see that boom and see y'all working hard, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't no crybaby, but I feel like crying. So thank y'all for everything. First, we're gonna let
I'll be brief. I just want to thank all of y'all. I know a lot of you guys have been out here for weeks now, away from your families. You'd rather be doing other things. We are totally convinced, and the senator along with the mayor, that there's no better people than to be out here working than the people that know these waters. And believe me, every day we're in meetings reiterating that to the people that need to know that. As this continues to go on and on, we want to make sure that we're using local assets. Now, we spent the morning down in Grand Isle today. It's coming, okay? What we saw about a week ago when it passed Grand Isle, it's about 3 and 4 times as bad, and it's heading this way. So what we thought was bad last week is about to get worse. So please don't hesitate to call on us. I know we got a great team that's out here. The senator is going to be pushing to get some more hard boom for us, because I know that's what we're in short supply of right now. But guys, as the mayor said, when we go travel to home in BP, what they're talking about is the contingency out of Lafitte, and wishing that in other parts of the state that they'd had a similar plan put together like we have here. So we can't slow down. We got to continue to push, and please don't hesitate to let us know if there's something else you guys need in order to fight this battle.
We think fishermen, every one of these fishermen here, we don't want this to get to our families in Lafitte, so we got to stop it on the north side of the bay. We are the defense on the north side of the bay. We do not want it to get to our families, and that's why we're here.
That's why it's so important that locals are here, because if people from the outside were here and didn't know that you guys relied on this for your livelihood, then it's not right here. It's not in the heart to go out there and do it, okay? Y'all are here in the heart and in the mind, and that's what's making the difference.
Exactly.
And I just want to support what Chris and Tim have said. You could not have, I'm not just saying this, you could not have 2 better champions than this mayor and this city councilman. They have been on it since day 1. You are getting high marks when people look down in the Gulf and they see who's organized and what's happening. The spotlight comes on Lafitte because they put a workable plan together. Not perfect. Maybe every little bit of oil won't be stopped, but they've engaged, you know, the local people that have this wetlands and this marsh, you know, at your heart. And I agree with you. This is about our families. It's about our future. It's about our kids. It's about our way of life. And nobody can work harder in hotter weather for longer hours than the people that are trying to protect this as our home. So we're doing all of the above. We're trying to get more dredging for the passes, you know, to protect in terms of sand berms. We're trying to get more 18-inch hard boom. We're trying to get more absorbent boom. And most importantly, I'm going to tell the president and keep telling him we want to hire Louisiana people, Louisiana boat captains. And as I tell BP every day that I can tell them, if somebody made $50,000 last year, you're going to write them a check for $50,000 this year if they can't work. And if they made $1 million, you're going to write them a check for $1 million. I don't want to see one person lose their boat, their business, or their home over something that was absolutely, you know, not our fault. And the final thing I'll say is when this federal government finally gives Louisiana, and they have it in the law, but we've got to accelerate our revenue sharing, because the billions of dollars that come out of this Gulf that are paid by the oil and gas companies in taxes to the federal government makes billions of dollars every year. And Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama and Texas deserve, and you deserve, a portion of that money so we can restore these wetlands. And so year in and year out, hurricane in or hurricane out, hopefully we won't ever have another oil spill like this. It's of a significant magnitude, as you know, that our marshes will be stronger and we'll have better plans in place. So God bless you all, and I know we have a lot more to do, but there's a lot of oil out there. You never quite know where it's coming, and we know that you need more boom here right now, and we're going to do everything we can to get it for you. So God bless you, okay? We're going to fight hard for you, I promise you.
Let me say one quick thing. About a week ago, they called Mayor Kerner and I into a meeting and said, guys, we want to start rotating people in and out. We're going to wear people out. They're going to work 1 week. They're going to be off 1 week. They're going to work. The mayor said, you got to be kidding me. These are guys that are out there that are shrimping. They go out there for 3-4 weeks at a time. They don't come home. we're not taking these people off the ships, and we're not bringing them back to the port. So know that every minute that an opportunity comes up to advocate on your behalf, this man's out there doing it. And we're going to stand right there with him from the parish's end to support both Mayor Carmidel, that's down in Grand Isle, and Mayor Kerner here. And if there's one good thing to the size of this parish, Grand Isle's our front door. So when we see it, then we can let you guys know what's coming on here, just like a hurricane. The only thing is it gives us a little bit more time as it's coming in the water, unlike the storm surge.
Let me just close with saying that it's so nice to see everybody here from Lafitte working so hard, but we got a lot of people from Lafitte that's still out of work. And me and Councilman Roberts and Senator Mary Landrieu is trying to do whatever we can to help those people too. And they're gonna be a cleanup process. And we're gonna try to get y'all to go to the classes, but we can also try to get some other people that doesn't have jobs. We want to make sure that when the cleanup process comes, for how long it is, you know, you got the proper gear and you're going to be safe, but you're out there working and you're out there making a few dollars. And I know everybody's got family and friends that you probably got home right now that wants to come on but not on, but we want to make sure they get something too. So just thank y'all and keep up the good work. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you very much. Y'all used to this. I know y'all used to it. Hang in there. Really hang in there. Hopefully we'll get everybody back fishing, which is a lot more fun, right? A lot more fun than this. I know this is hard and boring in some ways, but we got to keep doing it. Okay. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to try to do everything we can. Hang in there. Thank you, sir. Thank you all very much.
Yeah.
Should be proud of you. Loves you a lot.
Thanks, Senator.
Rudy Carmidel.
Oh, were you related to Carmidel? No,
Carmidel.
Carmidel. Okay. See you. All right, you hang in there. Thank you, leader of the group. I know you got your emotional.
This is why I'm out here.
I know.
That's my granddaughter.
How old is she?
2.5.
Oh my goodness. We used to fight for her. We're not
That's
going to
it.
let this oil
Nope.
come in. Nope.
We ain't need them.
All right. You take care.
Short steps.
Thank you, sir.
Take it easy, by the way.
That meant a lot. To have someone see what they're doing.
No, and this is the best because, you know, you talk to so many people from out of,
You know all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, from out of town.
You
and
know all
this
this
is,
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is just homegrown hard workers. They know these lands. Remember before Katrina, when some people would come in and would say, you know, you should really go check out like the 17th Street Canal. We think that it's the one that breached. Well, where is it?
Yeah,
Oh, you know, when a few people said it to me, I said, you know, this is going to be a long damn haul. But that's what happens. People come in, they don't know the directions, and the local people could, you know, help and know.
Hey, that was good people.
Absolutely.
I love this boat. That was a good purchase.
Sure is. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
And,
I know, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, Chris is on top of it.
oh yeah, sure is. That's the one, yeah.
Now,
This is a hard one.
this is the hard one. This is the 18 inch.
This smaller one, yeah.
Oh, this is the
No,
small?
this is-
No, this is the 18 inch.
That's what it
All right,
Go
Tim
back
wants
there.
to show me the building.
Okay. And apparently there's still some media back there. You wanna...
The plans that have been approved so far do not address any of the passes that are in Jefferson Parish. And the biggest concern for us is that 30% of the shellfish that are produced out of Louisiana waters comes from this entire estuary here. And as we saw this morning, The beach lines along Grand Island, also along Grand Terre, have very thick oil. Oil rolled through these passes last night, beginning at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of that oil right now is out in Barataria Bay. Of course, they're trying to skim some of it up, but from our experiences about a week ago with just sheen, they weren't able to get it all. We don't expect that they're going to be able to get it all this time either. That's why extending these out both into Lafourche and Plaquemines Parish, it will
And then
hopefully
closing
prevent
these
it.
gaps as
Right.
soon as we can. And, you know, people are criticizing us, saying it's for hurricane protection. No, it is for keeping the oil out of this marsh.
If you
And-
close these gaps here, the oil doesn't even come into the bay. Therefore, the marshlands in that point are protected, and you will have beached oil, but it's much easier to clean the oil off of the sand than it is to try and clean it out of the marshland, which is virtually impossible.
Let me just say this. It's plain to see on this map. This is beach. This is beach. This is how beaches look from here to Florida. This is beaches. This is what we are trying to protect. This is beaches. This is where the marine life is. Right here. This is what we need to protect. This is more important. You can clean a beach. You cannot clean this. If you clean this, you kill the grass, the salt falls in the water, and you never see it again.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, the senator's going to do she'll be free in about 10 minutes.
I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, I know this marsh pretty well. I've represented the state now for 30 years as a legislator and then as state treasurer, ran for governor, traveled every almost inch of Louisiana now as a senator, and I know these marshes well, and I know the people well, and they are the hardest working, most open-hearted, generous people in the world, and you could see them out there on this workboat. I mean, their hearts and family and future on the line here, and they look up and they see, you know, not enough boom, slow response, you know, from the federal government and from other places as well in terms of getting things approved that would help. You know, they look at the wealth that's created in the Gulf and they think, when is Louisiana going to get any portion of these revenues that the federal government has just taken out of the Gulf to protect ourselves and to save this marsh? So it's heartbreaking, and there are things we can do, and we've got to stay focused on those things and make sure that soil doesn't destroy this marsh.
When you meet with your constituents, what do you say to them?
Well, I say that we'll get through this like we got through Katrina, Rita, and Gustav and Ike. I mean, this region has probably suffered more in the last decade, and potentially the most of any place in terms of the numbers of people affected. I mean, thousands of people lost their homes in Katrina. Churches, schools were destroyed, communities, and that recovery is just underway now, and now this has set in. And we have a balancing act down here. We've got to fight to get help for people that are out of work from this oil spill, but we also can't allow the federal government to go overboard regulating the oil industry, because it'll put more people out of work. And we want it to be safe. It should be safe. But we've got to make sure we strike that right balance.
Thank you, Senator.